Meet the Itel P65. At first glance, what would come to the mind of anyone is gaming. This budget smartphone is packed with a lot of interesting features like the flex button, a sleek RGB ring light, a 7400 mAh energy, a snappy screen with a 120Hz refresh rate, and gaming optimization. But the question here is this device truly a gaming phone? Are the features it promises compelling enough to make you exchange your money for it? These and many more you will find out in this video, so let's get right to it. Starting with the packaging, this phone comes well packaged in a 3-tier package, and the unboxing experience was wholesome. These are all the items it comes with, including an additional battery case that houses an extra battery for charging the phone. Priced at 143,000 naira, which is about $90 for the 4GB 128GB storage. You will either get this phone in cyber black or cyber titanium colors here in Nigeria. There are other storage options for this phone: the 8GB, 128GB, and the 6GB, 256GB. This phone has a cyber design that looks familiar to the Infinix G20 Pro and the Tecno Pova 6 Pro. The back has a glossy finish with some tacky line patterns on it. The camera bump is quite huge with 2 very pronounced camera lenses and 2 ring-shaped lights. The first ring light is an LED flashlight, while the second is an RGB ring light for multicolor light effects for notifications, incoming calls, charging status, and games, which adds to the overall gaming design of this phone. There is a bold power branding on the back, which is the usual tagline Itel uses for all its P series phones, which I think is very unnecessary as it affects the aesthetics of the phone design. While the back and the frame of the phone look metallic, it is actually made of plastic, but this plastic feels more like a solid plastic material. I would like to point out that this phone attracts a lot of fingerprints, and I find it very annoying at the rate at which it magnets fingerprints, making the phone look dull and old after a few seconds of holding it. So you might want to consider using the transparent protective cover or the battery case at all times. On the right side of the phone, you will find the usual power button / side mounted fingerprint scanner, the volume rocker, and then there is an additional new button which Itel called the flex button. This button has no function attached to it by default. It is expected that you assign tasks to it. Just press the button and you will see the option to add functions like setting the phone to mute, turning on the flashlight, or act as a camera shutter button. You can even map it for games, which I find useful as you are only one button away from your favorite phone functions. From your phone settings, you can also access the flex button to further enable specific functions. At the bottom here, you will get the usual 3.5mm jack, the mic, Type-C ports, and the speaker. While I wish this phone has dual speakers, this speaker is reasonably loud for a single speaker. The front is made of glass with a 6.7-inch LCD punch hole display with a 720p resolution, a 120Hz refresh rate, and a 240Hz touch sampling rate. You have enough screen size for a better viewing experience and also colors that are bright and vibrant with smooth navigation in and across apps. While watching videos on YouTube, I was able to enjoy videos from my favorite channels. The visuals are clear and the audio output sounds good too. Depending on the video, you can watch YouTube videos at up to 1080p, which is cool. There is no information about the peak brightness, but from my experience while using the phone outdoors under the sun, I am guessing the peak brightness is around 450 to 600 nits as the brightness was really poor. If I may ask, what is a gaming phone without a good battery? Now, let's talk about the battery of this phone. This phone has a 5000 mAh non-removable battery that has now become standard for almost all smartphones being released now, which typically can last you over a day or more on moderate use. But when used for more energy-consuming tasks like intensive gaming, you will get around 9 to 12 hours of usage. Thanks to Itel's generosity, we got an extra 2400 mAh battery from the free charging case that comes with this phone, giving us a total of 7400 mAh battery on the go. And that, my friend, is what I call massive. With this, I don't think anyone should have any reason whatsoever to complain about low battery while using this phone. There is also the power boost and the ultra power saving features to further enhance the battery in critical moments. With the 18-watt fast charger that comes with the phone, you will use less time in charging it, as charging this phone from 0 to 100 will take you about 2 hours to fully charge it. This phone runs on Android 14, Itel OS 14 with the Unisoc T615 chipset, which is a modest upgrade from the Unisoc T06 we had on its predecessor, the P55, although the difference between the two is not much. Now, this is the point where I get to ask if this is truly a gaming phone, because from the architecture of this Unisoc T615, it is obvious that this chipset is not really optimized for gaming, especially when compared to other budget gaming phones like the Itel RS4. But then, for the price we are getting this phone, I guess we shouldn't be complaining, right? Also, the performance you get while using this phone is good enough for a budget phone. I didn't experience any lags when using it for daily smartphone tasks. When it comes to gaming on this device, you should be able to play your favorite mobile games smoothly without lags that will stress you out. There are also some extra gaming features that this device offers you, like the embedded iBoost gaming space that utilizes frame-by-frame calibration for seamless performance, the convenient in-game panel that you can access with just a simple left swipe, and the one-click optimization for enhanced stability, which all these things also add to the overall gaming experience. However, if gaming is important to you, the 6GB and the 8GB RAM should be your option for more game options and a better gaming experience. The camera of this phone is where I don't understand what is going on with the design. It has a 50 megapixel main camera that takes pictures like a 13 megapixel. You know the popular saying that a higher megapixel of a phone's camera doesn't equate to a higher or better picture quality? Well, this phone's camera is a typical example. But then, it is not everyone that prioritizes camera quality. I know some people will choose extra gaming features over good cameras. I mean, this is a less than $100 phone we are talking about here. The second lens right here is a 0.08 megapixel auxiliary lens. We have got an LED ring-shaped flashlight. I already talked about the second ring light at the beginning of this video. At the front, we have an 8 megapixel selfie camera with no front flashlight. The camera has 10x zoom and other features like HDR, panorama, super night mode, and ultra steady mode for video stabilization. When it comes to video recording, you can record at up to 1080p 30 frames per second on both the back and the front cameras. So here are some of the pictures taken with this phone camera. The rear camera picture quality could have been better. The pictures taken with both the back and the front cameras are moderately okay. The rear camera pictures somehow lack some details. The portrait mode pictures are basic too, but I am not really bothered so much about this because as basic as the camera of this phone is, it is still a less than $100 budget smartphone, so there is only much we can expect. I have also attached some videos taken with both the rear and the front cameras of this phone. You can also go ahead to drop your opinions on what you think about the phone cameras in the comment section below. For connectivity, this phone supports NFC, but only on the 6GB 256GB storage option of the phone. The Type-C port supports charging and OTG. Sadly, there is no promise of software updates for this phone by Itel. The phone also does not have any IP rating for water and dust protection, which I think every phone should have these days as it enhances overall durability. In conclusion, I think this phone is commendable, especially when we look back at where Itel is coming from. Over the years, they have continued to improve and get better with their devices. This P65 has an interesting cyber design. The RAM and the storage options, the extra charging case included in the pack, and the extra gaming optimization of this phone make it a good choice for mobile game lovers looking for a budget gaming phone but can't afford the RS4 or the better options in the market. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.